makes you really wanna wait. You love it how I do it, baby. The way you move it got you going crazy. Doing me is looking so amazing. I'm super fan, yeah. I be on the runway. You can catch me on the runway.
Hey, it's me, Jerry of NewBoyzatx. Of course you know who I am because you're on our channel and you're watching this show, therefore you already know who this is, but I just like introducing myself for some odd reason. Anyway, speaking of introducing myself, I was on what Mark and I like to call the orange, and for all of you all who know the distinct colors between orange and blue, there are complete differences, and you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I was on the orange, and I've been talking to a person for a little while. We've been back and forth, hey, how you doing, you know, wonderful, blah, blah, blah. We decided to change numbers, right? So we changed numbers, and we started the text message thing. Well, when we started doing the text message thing, the text messaging was really boring. It was just, you know, what's up, how you doing, doing good, nothing, what you doing, you know, chilling, watching TV, so what are you up to today, nothing, going to work, you know, and that's when the conversation turned kind of sour, and that's where the topic comes from. Friend management. How do you manage your time when making friends? And the reason I asked that is, when I asked him where he worked, he said, I'm an account manager. And I said, well, that's really cool. What do you manage as far as accounts go? I mean, because anything can be an account. NewBoyzatx has an account with YouTube, you know, so you could be managing this for all I know. And he was just like, you know, we can talk about that later. And I just said, well, why don't we just talk about it now? It's not really a big deal. It's just a job, right? I have this theory that if you do something for a living, it is representative of what you're about, you know, and it might be not that. It might not be what you want to do for a living. It might not be the thing that you want for the rest of your life or to show off how you will live forever, but it is going to show what you're willing to do to get paid, you know, to pay your bills, what you're willing to do. And sometimes it can show your strengths, sometimes it can show your weaknesses, sometimes it can just show your hustle, and that's always a great thing. Having a hustle is a great thing, right? So whatever. So he did that, and I'm thinking to myself, I think this guy thinks I'm a fucking stalker. I'm not a damn stalker. Do you think I'm a stalker? I'm effing amazing. I don't need anybody to stalk. I need to stalk myself, if anything else. I mean, right? Whew. So we went back and forth with this, you know, this, that, and the other. And then the topic came up as, you know, well, I've never met you, so I don't really know you like that. And I was just like, well, it's not about knowing me now, it's about getting to know me. And how can one get to know someone if we have to be in front of each other? You know, that really doesn't do anything. I thought that was the beauty of social networking, is you can get to know a huge social party of people, and you don't have to ever meet them if you don't want to. You know, I have friends out in the other side of the damn world that I've never met a day in my life, probably will never meet, but you know, they're good people and I know them, and if I ever need to talk about something or I need some good advice, that's what they're there for. But the reason they can help me is because they know me, you know, they understand me. They don't know every single thing about me, but they know enough to put a situation together. I know I said that like a crazy person. Put a situation together. So my thing is, how much time does it take to make a friend? You know, it shouldn't take that long, in my opinion, to make a real friend. Not somebody you just go hook up with, not somebody you just want to get something from. That's a different story. I'm talking about a real friend. Mark and I met on the orange, believe it or not. I don't think people know that. Mark and I actually met on the orange, and we were almost instant best friends from day one. And that was because we had talked, you know, we had done the Yahoo Messenger thing, like that's way back in the day. But you know, the Yahoo Messenger thing, what are you doing? Nothing, where you going? Nothing, where you from? Blah, blah, blah. And we went back and forth. We started working together. He got me my first job. Yeah, he got me my second job. It was real cool. And then we moved in together. You know, we had an awesome friendship from then. And here we are today with the YouTube show. So how long does it take to make a good friend? And once you find that friend, how do you narrow down what's important to you? Like, for instance, for me, I don't really care if someone's trustworthy because I trust myself. I pretty much handle all my business on my own, so I don't really need to give it to anybody. Therefore, I don't really need you to be trustworthy with my stuff, if that makes any sense. But one thing that is very important to me is honesty. If you can't be honest with me, then I don't really understand how we can be friends. You know, I can believe the lies that you tell me because it's the truth that you've given me, but that really doesn't make any sense when the truth comes out, and then you have to go back and backtrack and understand why this was and what this wasn't and how this was something different. And, now we've created a whole new monster that we have to fight off, which is retarded. So honesty is important to me. But, you have to figure out what's most valuable to you, I'd imagine. And that would help in the time process. Because if you're a really complicated person and you need a whole bunch of stuff, it's going to take you a long time to make a friend. Well, for me, at first, to become a decent buddy of mine, you just have to be fun. You have to be fun and willing to open yourself up and just be you. You'll be absolutely yourself. For me. So it shouldn't take me that long to make friends, in my opinion. And the last part of it all, getting it done. Not holding on to people like, you're never going to make another friend. Like keeping these numbers in your phones for, years on end. Well, you never know I might be into. They're not going to have the same number in 2 years. Get over yourself. I know I'm crazy for deleting, and believe me, we have the video for it, because I have delete parties every single week. I will delete you in a moment. But the thing is, I can't hold on to, the thought of being somebody's good friend. Either it is going to be or it isn't going to be, and I don't need to wait for it for 2 years. If I can't get to know you in the first 2, 3, 4 weeks, it's not going to happen. It's just not. And if it is, it'll happen later. I don't really need to hold on to you until then. You'll come back in contact with me somehow or another, or vice versa, right? So avoiding retarded situations, holding on to people, making sure that you stay true to you and the things that you want, and the time that you have. We are way too busy nowadays, and I know we can be on Facebook and on the Orange and on the Blue and on the MySpace and on the Twitter. We can be on all that good stuff, but that's a part of our daily lives. That's not something extra. It's not something we sit down to do outside of our world. It's a part of our world. My mom is on Facebook. My mom sees all of my videos. My mom sees all of my Facebook statuses. I mean, it's just a part of the world we live in. It's something extra. How much time does it take to make a decent friend is what I want to know. And what's most valuable to you as, a person who's going to be a friend of yours? And how do you get the job done? How do you assume that someone's going to possibly be a friend, or just go ahead and say, it's not going to happen, the deal breaker. So these are things that I want to know. I don't know if this made any sense to anybody, but it made complete sense to me. So, yeah, Jeremy NewBoyzatx. It's been super real. Keep watching, subscribe, love us, need us. Bye.